Alright guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Another training day is going down right now. I have to hold on to you guys while I make these turns. Hope you guys have been enjoying the gym vlog content, or the workout, the training days, because I like showing off my training. I like, you guys know what I'm doing and all that fun stuff. So another training day video coming at you right now. Pre-workout, creatine, dextrose, and here of course we got some intra-workout carbs as well as our electrolytes. So yeah, we are prepared for this gym session, and it's gonna be a little different. So if you guys have been keeping up with my page, I've been doing anterior posterior split, right? Taking a break from compound movements, really focusing on muscle hypertrophy, really focusing on weak points, specific movement patterns, resistance profiles, all that fun stuff, to bring up weak points, to bring up more muscle, to get more muscle, right? That was the point of the program. Frequency was much higher than anything I've ever done before. Intensity was very high and volume was moderately low. So I'm still kind of doing that same split today. It's just there is a powerlifting meet in 8-9 weeks, November 7th. There's a powerlifting meet at the gym I work out at, one of the gyms I work out at. And I just had a client today compete in a powerlifting meet. So I was there to help him, handle him, coach him, and just see him and all the other competitors. And it was so fun to see and witness and be a part of. And I kind of miss, powerlifting to a degree. So I think what today we're going to do is posterior, same kind of split I've been doing already, but I think we're going to throw in some deadlifts as our first exercise. If you guys are new to my channel, or you only know me for the whiteboard videos, I've deadlifted 800 pounds sumo, and I've deadlifted 750 pounds conventional. I've benched 475 pounds natural, raw, no wrist straps, no elbow wraps, no spotter, no lift off, none of that. And my max squat is 600. I've squatted 565 for 2, 545 for 3. So squat definitely needs to get up, but I'm gifted with strength, and I love training for strength. The adrenaline rush, I've talked about this before, it's just awesome. So the goal today is to get back in the swing of things with deadlift to a degree. Part of me, the majority of me, wants to just go in there and pull something crazy. The likelihood of that happening is very rare because I haven't trained deadlift in 3 months. And I don't have that same motor neuron recruitment that I used to have because I haven't just trained, barbell compound lifts in 3-4 months. So it's a slight learning curve for my body, but I know I actually had one of my friends say this too. If you're already an athlete, it's much easier for you to pick up on, squat, bench, and deadlift again after not doing it for a while, or just specific exercises in general, because you are just an athlete, right? Your body has the awareness, the capability, the coordination to just pick up certain movement patterns, certain exercises. So I'm not worried at all about form and technique, really. I'm sure it's going to feel a little weird at first, but I'm also feeling like I'm going to pull something crazy. But then that CNS fatigue after is going to be a huge role too, because my body's not used to that heavy of a weight in so long. So I'm just yabbering right now, but we don't know what we're going to do. The goal is to go in there and deadlift, sumo deadlift probably, and then hit rest of posterior. So the same kind of workouts I've been doing for posterior, just completely continue to do those. It's just we're going to deadlift first. So getting our toes, our feet back in the water for powerlifting a little bit, because that meet, I might want to do that meet again. I just miss pulling some crazy weight, guys, and the adrenaline rush, just the hype around a lift. Like, I haven't got that hype at all since this new training split started. Like, I get in the zone, but I don't have that moment of just excitement and just explosive will and grit and grind and kind of feeling, if that makes sense. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna get on our way to the gym. Gotta drink our pre, and yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. But not gonna do too much talking again. Probably just show you what I do, maybe in between I'll, you know, record me saying something if we do plan to pull something crazy. But we'll see how deadlifts feel. If they feel terrible or if it's taken, screw it, I'm not going to do it. Because it's already 7:30 again, and I have work to do when I get home, so I really don't have time to spend an hour warming up and waiting for the deadlift platform and then still having to do all my other workouts. So you'll see what we do when we get there, but yeah. All right, we made it to the gym. And just getting our stuff ready. Got our deadlifting shoes and our belts. Haven't worn either in who knows how long, but we'll see. See how this goes. As you can see, we're parked pretty far away from the gym, guys, and that's what you want to do, because if you're fat and you're watching this, it's probably because you don't get enough steps in. And one of the best ways to get more steps is by simply parking farther away from the grocery store, the gym, the Walgreens, Walmart, you know, anything. So yeah, we're just gonna get in there and get started because it's late and we got stuff to do, a lot of client work to do when we get home. So let's get in there and let's get this workout in and done. All right, guys, we just finished the lift, walking back to the car. As you know, we parked pretty far. Get those steps in. We did about 20 minutes of just slight incline treadmill walking. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the YouTube video. You guys saw me deadlift for the first time. That went really well. 675 for one. RPE 7, bro. Like pretty chill, pretty light. And then we did some paused back down works just with 455, so pretty light as well. Just, you know, getting back in the swing of things with compound lifts if we do decide to go that route. We'll see how bench feels. We'll see how squat feels if we ever want to squat, or maybe just dip our toes in deadlift and bench for right now. But 675 after not deadlifting for 4 months, pretty easy too. It's like, what other sign do you need to power lift again? You know, reckon I had my straps, right? It was a deadlift bar, but still, it's like, what other sign do you need from God to, you know, tell you need to go back to powerlifting? So I don't know. We'll see how bench feels. Probably be pretty bad, but no, it's gonna be good. You gotta think positive, guys. You gotta be optimistic. You know, if you told me, you know, last year that I was freaking making money off YouTube, having a successful and growing coaching business, and just, you know, hitting the gym 5-6 times a week, grinding, you know, it would be like, no, it's just you got to be, you know, grateful and give yourself a pat on the back for how far you've came thus far. And, you know, you only want to go farther, but you got to believe it that you can go farther, because, you know, would the past you from 3-5 years ago believe the position you're in now, you know, for the good, hopefully? It's like, you never know. So, well, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoy the YouTube content, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop in the comments below if you want to know anything more about my workout routine, my split, my philosophy with training, and then any other questions. Feel free to drop in the comments below, guys, and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. But still climbing to 15,000 subscribers, so please share and subscribe if you haven't, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep, you know, running it up, and God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video.